Hey guys, Gameboy3800 here. Once again, we're back in Beam, and today we're doing a science experiment. That's right. We have multiple engine placements for multiple engine placement chassis. So we got CRD rear engine and front engine being compared to Willman front engine. This is the Harper chassis. This is new for Alpha 0.08 and 0.09. And what we're going to be looking at is turning performance, jumping and landing performance, and general usability and feel of the truck. So we have the Golden XD starting us off. This is the rear engine CRD. Everybody should be familiar enough with this. This is the regular tune for CRD that we've been driving really ever since 2.7. CRD 2.7, I should say. We're now on CRD 3.0. And now it handles pretty well balanced. It's not driving on rails. It's not a wobbly mess. It's very, very good. You have every opportunity to do any stunt you like a stoppie or a slap wheelie. And the rebound seems to be very controlled. Straight up and down, no any other direction unless you pull the brakes or the gas before landing in order to make the truck land more front or back in order to get that part of the truck to rebound. Rip flag, I have no idea what happened there. Yep, rebounds a little bit to the side, but it was all in the middle. It wasn't just one corner being lifted up. We're going to go to the wall. Second gear launch. And then we're going to get to that white line, lift off and turn. And we are able to stay a pretty good distance away from those parking spots. We did not even touch their parking spot lines. We're going to try it again just to make sure that is consistent. Away we go. Ooh, it is not consistent. It is very much dependent on how much initial bite you get. So you don't get as much front turn-in, but maybe you just need to be more of a driver to feel where we're going. We are running the slippery BKT tires, so maybe that's not helping our case in any regard. Pulling the truck into some insane stunts is very easy. Oh. Sometimes it's very easy. Rip. We're just going to leave you there and go over to the front engine CRD. Now this is cursed. I did have to remove a lot of bars in order to make this truck. Outlaw being there is not very helpful. There we go. Because you're going to have to do the same test with steering. But let's do the rebound test and normal driving test first. And jumping and landing. We are still able to pull it into a slap wheelie, surprisingly. The back end does seem to hang in the air just a little bit longer than the regular engine placement CRD. And that time there we did just have the back end kind of hover from that rebound. Yeah, the back definitely seems to bounce up a little bit more because there's so much front end bias. To the wall, second gear launch, turn in. I'm only doing front steering because that's what's most dependent on weight up front. And we were able to make that turn first try. Let's see if we can do it again to be consistent. Same thing. That time we were able to avoid smashing into Outlaw. So I think it is safe to say that front engine will be better for racing just because the front end goes where you want it to go a little bit easier. It still does require you to drive the truck, that's for sure. And you can still do cool stunts and wheelies like that. Now I did put on the Parsec sway bars from Blaze Pack in order to make it a 1-to-1 comparison to the rear engine CRD, because otherwise I would run this without sway bars to not clip the exhaust. But we're trying to be as comparable as possible, as apples to apples, cover all the bases. So, front sway bars we're having. I should have done a donut test to see what truck best does donuts, but I guess that'll be another day. We're just gonna make a pile over here, I guess. Rip. Now we can go to Harper Willman proper. This is a new chassis for Alpha version 0.08 and 0.09. And this is a Willman, so it's meant to be a front engine. But this has no sway bar, so it's not going to be directly comparable to the handling characteristics of front engine CRD, because I don't think the sway bars even work if you put them on Willman yet. We can look at the rebound. The back end does like to hover in the air a little bit longer than a rear engine CRD. But is it comparable to the front engine CRD? I would say it's a bit more extreme because there's a longer wheelbase. There's more of a pivot point. The front has less input over what the back is doing because of the longer wheelbase, if that makes sense. Let's go ahead and do our turning radius test. Bonk the wall. Away we go. I think we're going faster in Willman because it's got extended gear ratios. And we did clip the the parking lines there. Let's see if that's going to be any different or better on the second time of asking. Away we go. It's about the same for both tests. So I would say it's a little bit more consistent, the front engine Willman versus front engine CRD. I would have to chalk that up to the longer wheelbase though, if anything. Not the weight distribution. Drivability is a bit awkward with this truck because it still uses a lot of parts from CRD 1.16, so that's like 4-year-old code. It has new tires and suspension, I believe, but that doesn't make up entirely for the other parts of the truck being just so old. Let's go ahead and add it to the pile. And you might think we're done here. Well, if you remember, I said we're going to cover all bases. We have a front and rear engine CRD. We have a front engine Willman. We have a rear engine Willman. Yep. Now, pitchforks and torches down. I know. It's cursed. But it did happen in real life. Don't believe me? Look at this. This is Monster Patrol running rear engine Willman. And I'm not entirely sure what chassis it's on, but it looks like Harper because the 4 links in the middle are basically touching. It's got no cradle size. So we will actually have ourselves a direct comparison. Front and rear engine CRD, front and rear engine Willman. Now, I don't think this will be coming out. This is only done for science. If it does come out, it'll be in meme pack, if anything, but that'll be a long, long time away. Rebounds are not too bad, I've noticed. This will be a good rebound test, if any. It seemed to even itself out. That was a hard front impact, so I'm not too unexpected of that rebound. Yeah, rebound seems to be more centrally focused, but let's not forget this is a very rear biased rear engine truck because of the long wheelbase. Let's go ahead and do our turning test now. Second gear, here we go. Turn in. And we get maybe halfway, a little bit less than halfway into the parking lines. Rebound there seemed pretty centrally contained as well. Maybe if we get enough rear or front impacts, we'll find what's more aggressive. Because I would suspect the front end would bounce higher, given the chance. Because there's just no weight over it. I would say that's about the same. I think I turned in a little bit too late. So, actually pretty similar results between the two engine placements on a Willman. Overall, though, I don't see too much problem with any engine placement. Yeah, you notice it. But it's not like a night and day difference. You would get more of a difference tuning the sway bars or removing the sway bars even. Like that would help you get more turn in removing the front sway bars. Or increasing tire damping can get you less rebound on any truck setup. So, it all comes down to personal preference, it seems. Where do you like your engines? Do you like your engines up front or in the back? Let me know in the comments. Anyways, that's going to be it for this For Science video. Again, I do not believe a rear engine Willman will ever come out, or if it does, it'll be in meme pack in a long time. So let's just finish her up, add it to the pile. I hope you all enjoyed this video. You can leave a like, favorite, comment, share, and of course don't forget to subscribe as well. Thanks, Gamble out. I'll see you all in the future. Goodbye, everybody.